doing?
Yeah.
Like I played him before in bracket, and I'll tell you that's not HBox. Like I've as somebody that has a victory over HBox, that was not Prime Box. Like he just
Yeah.
ran into my tippers and like did weird things. I was like, huh,
Yeah. It felt
wow.
different than the Summit set. Is that what you're
Exactly.
saying? Yeah.
Yes. And it's like, yeah, I'm just happy to see him back. And we are jumping straight into the melee action battlefield as expected.
Yep. Good call. Good call on that.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a battle of positioning, knowing the habits of how they like to land, and trying to find that kill.
Yeah.
For
Right now
both
they've
for
been
both
playing.
characters.
Yeah, they've been playing super in each other's face
Mhm.
so far in the game. I hope that continues because it's been pretty high octane so far.
Yeah, I am interested to see if HBox, keeps shield grabbing a late aerial and gets beat out by Gentleman.
What do you think about these up throws as Puff? Like, I know there's not a ton of great options, but it seems like it's pretty hard for him to gain any advantage off that because Johnny's just
Oh.
teleporting top plat and then Puff can't challenge it.
Yeah, I mean, it's something. I mean, I think it's probably better to throw them off stage. I mean, if it
Really?
leads to a platform tech chase, then it's good. Otherwise,
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, it's like, I mean, you don't really get anything off of it, right?
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I would rather throw off stage and try to get an edge guard.
Yeah.
But maybe with really good DI, you don't even end up off stage, so it's kind of a wash.
Yeah. And yeah, we're seeing Johnny engage a lot. And
Oh,
again,
he's dealing tech that.
Yeah. But again, this is like a spot where it's like, man, I wish you would just stop on the top platform.
Or just like dash chance in place, like for like 10 minutes.
But Johnny has his own style, and he makes it work. I mean, he's been a competitor in this game for like, I don't know, 10 years.
I love that
He knows
nair
how
to
to make
stomp.
something work.
That was so smart.
Yeah.
That's that old school, or not old school, but that's what that HBox used to do that a ton. That shield drop pound. Kind of stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Catching S2J out, getting the knockdown, but not getting anything off of it.
Yeah. Again, that hard.
Random knee.
Like they were feeling each other out earlier, and they both are fighting really hard reads on each other.
Surprised that he decided to approach from there instead of going for the nipple, because I don't think he could ASDI down tech the nipple.
Oh,
but...
no, you definitely could at 0.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, I just feel like it. Somebody could yell at me if I'm wrong, but oh man, that killed Falcon.
I feel like you couldn't ASDI down tech like spikes for some reason. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Maybe.
Oh yeah, you could. Well, like you can, if like it. I guess it just depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I guess the better answer is that it depends. Because there's like stuff like, are you holding down? Like, are you also?
Pulling out that pound, but HBox doing really good DI to survive that knee. It's pretty optimal. Going right up in the corner, that's where you want to go. And again.
Yeah, I feel like my instinct is as the reason why you can't like they could still attack the nipple is because it does too much damage. Yeah, even at 0.
That makes sense.
And like they need to be preemptively crouching if you wanted to like true combo, as opposed to like just only ASDI down. So I don't know. I could be a little wrong there, but that's what my instincts are telling me. But it's a tight game. HBox is at the slight advantage here because there's no moves that really knock him down. But whatever if he DIs in all these up airs, that's not happening.
He DI'd so in that he didn't get hit by the next up air. Oh! And he did DI.
That DI in.
Remember when I was like, I don't think we'll see up air combo into knee?
Oh, that's a curse that SJ likes to hear.
Dude, I'm like 0 for 30 on my predictions tonight.
This one I think chat likes you for.
Yeah. You're welcome, chat.
SFAT,
any SFAT? Is SFAT gonna come back and tell me I'm okay now? All right, here's where you want to see S2J stomp top flat.
yeah. Maybe he heard us. Because he was hanging out there a little. Granted, it was only for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, I mean 20 seconds in S2J, but
especially if you have the lead by so much, like
yeah, right.
You can just relax now.
Right.
Just an interesting mix-up with the pound, but S2J DIing appropriately.
Yeah. Yeah, so part of the reason why it's just so good to play the top platforms is because you don't need to play 50-50 when you're playing grounded versus Puff. Like, you gotta make reads if she's either gonna shield or tomahawk or just stay crouching. And that's like, that like you just saw, that didn't work out well for SJ. He tried to read a 50-50 for grab, a tomahawk grab, and then he just hit him. You know what mix-up you don't have to play when you
Stomp top left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why you see Wizzy just abuses so much and actually counterpick back to Dreamland. And you know, that's the strengths and weaknesses of each one of these styles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
Because you
HBox
do
knows
find-
how to just hang on to his stock too on this
Right.
stage. So if HBox is gonna abuse it, then you should be abusing it too.
Right.
Because otherwise
And,
you're
like-
gonna lose.
Mm-hmm. And there's also like good sides of doing like playing the grounded game. Like you get more meaningful hits,
Mhm.
but at the same time you're taking more risks. And when you're taking risks in a stage like Dreamland, where like so much of the risk is mitigated from Puff, and like the risk reward just no longer starts to make sense, and that's why you see Wizzy camp so much on the top platform. I mean,
Right.
you just saw SCJ like call out at Hungrybox like 10 times in a row. Well, not in a row, but 10 times total. And it was just for one stock, man, and he has so much more to work for.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
He just CC rest punished a gentleman. That's crazy.
Yeah. Even more of a reason to camp the top platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you could CC rest a stomp, right?
No, that would you'd have to really mess up that stomp.
Submit that to melee mitts.
Yeah, maybe miss an L cancel and like do the highest possible stomp at 0 or something. I don't know. It'd be tough. And
Or,
yeah,
or,
I
you know,
think
basically, probably like a way to do it is Puff like land cancels a stomp. You know what I'm talking about?
oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's cheating. That's definitely not what we mean.
But yeah, I think you're totally right that like because it just takes like so much more to kill Puff on this stage, like the risk reward becomes very different. So like the neutral should change appropriately. And really good edge guarding, just
Yeah.
using that tech.
Yeah, you know, arguably SSJ has won way more neutral than Hungrybox. It's just, man, the conversions you're getting in Dreamland just doesn't mean as much, unfortunately. Like, this is a good style to play in Yoshi's and Stadium, maybe FD. Not here. Not here.
Yeah, I especially feel like the sets where I saw was he just beating HBox, like he was getting so much down throw knee, which is probably like necessary to win on this stage. Like that's the only thing you have that can like still kill at like not ridiculous percents.
Right, I mean...
Hey, he's still
I'd be happy if I could curse Johnny here, right now, but I don't think this is gonna last much longer.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Unless...
down throw, no knee.
The one time HBox in a DIA. The one time. Maybe I cursed him in the wrong way.
Maybe, you know, maybe Johnny wants him to save
Yeah,
the
we're
DIM
starting to
for-
see Johnny fish a little, but it works out.
There we go, down
Hold
throw
on a
knee, and
minute.
50%. That's not a huge lead. It's a lot, but
It's significant in the fact that Puff knocks down, but we're starting to see that kind of swing back
oh,
to...
let that roll in. Might spell his doom.
It's not an ultimate doom yet. He's clawing it as hard as he possibly could. Like he's outplayed Hungrybox so many times this stage, and he's looking to outplay him 20 more times if it needs.
Oh, good recovery! That's such a Falcon.
What a good
Oh,
play!
that's it! That's it!
Oh, he did it!
Oh my lord! You cursed it! You did it!
I cursed him. I didn't know I had that power.
SJ keeps getting some commentator curses in his favor and
This
absolutely stealing that game. I heard some people saying he stole the last one. That one was a swindle.
This is how you properly commentate his curse, Smus. You ever know that?
Dude, I think it has to be like unintentional. You have to believe what you're saying for it to work.
Oh, I actually really did believe SJ was just gonna get washed that game.
Yeah, for sure.
He's up 2-0, man, and I don't want to say what I want to say next, but you kind of know.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of momentum. HBox still has you know, the reverse 3-0 possibility plus all of next set to work with. So, you know, he's still in an advantage position.
The
But
journey is not over yet for S2J.
yeah,
He
definitely.
has his cat next to him. What a freaking Chad, dude.
That's some villain shit. That's some James Bond villain shit. I see you DI'd my knee, Hungrybox. While stroking his cat in a chair. He
Oh,
should like spin around and face the camera, you know?
you not only did you DIM my knee, you're also doing the same thing to my down throw and up.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, we said like the down throw knee was crucial. He had a down throw knee and then immediately got another punish where he just H-Box held in and got comboed like off stage, which is even worse because you're way closer to the blast zone, and then just got kneed, and that was it. And
SJ is playing amazing. And
yeah, let's just hope he can hold this momentum, you know, because I feel like H-Box has a way of like just clawing it back. Like he's so good at that.
Again, shield grabbing in between the late aerials. That's just not what you shouldn't do as any character against Falcon.
Yeah.
You always have to wait for their jabs. Am I crazy in thinking that Puff could have arrested that?
Yeah. You don't want to go for that, like.
Yeah, like, because like it's not a true combo, but it was like that one rare moment. It's like, huh, I guess I could have arrested that.
Yeah, especially at these weird, like at these percents where you can just actually just die to Falcon Punch.
Yeah. Man, shield grabbing Puff is something that I'll probably do for the rest of the time and be reminded why I'm depressed.
Yeah, it's just like every neuron in your brain's like, oh, I could grab here, and then it's like, oh, I forgot this is a different character. That doesn't work. Oh my god.
That was almost a Squid the Cat combo right there.
Oh,
And,
there you go.
We saw the Squid the Cat death right there.
I love the Squid the Cat combos there. Squid the Cat is such a nasty player.
Yeah, no, he makes great highlights.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like on the surface, his YouTube seems to be doing well as well.
Yeah, I've been enjoying his YouTube content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the pattern. We just talk about like random shit for the next like 2 minutes, and then tune back in and say, "There's no way Johnny can win this." Then you know.
Well, okay, but actually this time I don't think there's a way Johnny can win this.
Yeah, but actually,
well, I'm serious. What are you talking about?
dude, he's down like barely a stock. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Alright, fine, you're calling me out.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
I guess you really don't want me to curse him, huh? Okay, no, I don't think you can actually do it.
No way.
Yeah, no, it'd be great, you know. Obviously, any competitor would love to just end it right here, right now, but it's like a tall order right there. And it becomes a really tall order once you're at knockdown percent.
Yeah,
and, like,
for sure.
I feel like maybe like 2 more percent, and then now up there starts knocking, or that knocks down. And I forgot up tilt was a move, and that could just kill you.
All right, but you know, 1-1 on Dreamland. That's a good outcome for Johnny. And now we get to see
about that.
where you go. Where's he going? Yoshi's.
I feel like we're gonna see Stadium.
Okay, yeah, Stadium. That makes a lot of sense too.
Because I feel like Johnny gets a lot of mileage of just like playing a raw ground game. I mean, you saw that he played so much neutral where he was winning a lot of it on Dreamland. And you know what? Why not have the same variables except you could just kill Puff a little earlier?
Yeah,
and
especially
it's not like the
because
top platform's really helping him out. So.
Exactly, he's not using the top lat whatsoever. I agree with that analysis. I feel like he would be kind of cramped on Yoshi's.
Like, the main reason why you go for Yoshi's is mostly for the kill power. It's not because you love the neutral. Well, sometimes it could be that, but for this example,
I love the neutral, but I'm an F Smash Marth, so you know. He read the spot dodge.
Bet you Johnny says, "I love knee." That's Silent Spectre classic, but I guess Silent Spectre will also get hit by that. Oh, I thought there could have been a rest, but
yeah, I think that he maybe could have snuck one in, but not
H-Box
worth it.
H-Box is really weird about rest because he gets some rest in like the wildest way possible, and then like, well, that one was that wild. It was
Yeah.
a simple flowchart.
Also,
But,
that
like,
one was like why. I feel like he could have gotten a more impact. Yeah,
great conversion.
exactly.
What the hell?
I feel like he could have gotten a kill there without having to
Yeah.
die.
Like, he could do that seeing refresh thing. Like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, he might have been out of range for the Sing, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe that was the best call. But what was I going on about?
I don't know, man.
Commentary is hard, man. You just forget
I
what
just
you're
live in the
talking about.
moment. I'm kind of a Buddhist that way.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually like a really good rule about improv is that you are throwing away a bunch of diamonds, you're throwing away a bunch of jewels because there's so much more that could come when there's like another C wave. That part of improv is just listening what's happening right now because there's more jewels on the way.
Yeah, for sure. Although, callbacks are like the easiest form of humor, so callbacks. You want to keep track of some stuff. Yeah.
And I wonder how much Johnny's been listening because he has really good listening skills when he calls them out with a bear.
That's true, and reading for that matter. The whole literary gamut.
That's why he went to UCLA, just so then he could read well versus
yeah, that's what you go to college for.
Yeah, I mean that's why I went to college, so that I could actually learn to read. You might think I'm joking, but that was literally like the main reason why I went to UCI.
like were you like an English major or something? All right, anyways.
No, it was mostly so then I get more melee practice, and we see Johnny resetting the bracket. 3-1.
Powerful combo. Definitely some homie DI, but sometimes it works out like that.
We can expect to see a little bit more of that throughout the rest of this, the rest of Grand Finals. I'm not sure to what extent, but we're definitely going to see it a couple more times.
Yeah, that was definitely. I think that Dreamland game just like changed the whole tone of that set. So I'm very excited to see next set. Do we see something similar happen, right?
Yeah.
And what happens if Johnny doesn't win Dreamland? Right.
Well, I think the proper question to ask here is what happens if Johnny doesn't win game 1, the Battlefield game?
Yeah,
because
for
that
sure.
That's
huge too. That's good. That's super huge.
Because in a lot of ways, Battlefield is basically mini Dreamland, where it's Dreamland but a little smaller. And if you can't win in that, who's to say that you could win in Dreamland?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. It's like a more advantageous Dreamland for Falcon.
And we actually saw Johnny just like barely clutch out the Battlefield game too. So I'm really interested to see how the rest of this set goes based on how much see what changes occur, what they're gonna do to adapt back, and see some good ass melee, dude. Like
that was
the best. This is the best TMT that like I've literally moderated and made all of these, and this is the best TMT.
Hell yeah! I was gonna say this is definitely the best one I've watched, but it's easy just to get in the moment when you're commentating. So I'm always gonna be biased for the tournaments I'm commentating to be the best, but I'm
really enjoying this, and like you said, be in the moment, see how the rest of this grand finals ends, and just
if S2J took this, that would be nuts. That I would have been like that would be crazy. I was like, oh, HBox entered. Like, I know it's online HBox, but still, I was like, it's kind of a done deal. What?
Nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, for sure. Especially like coming into the LAN season, right? Like I feel like a lot of people are trying to like not even prove things to the world, but prove things to themselves, like going forward to the all these big upcoming majors.
Yeah.
Like you got to have confidence in order to do that sort of thing. And the best way to prove confidence is like beat people.
Yeah, I mean that's like the sentiment of the first Smash Talk, where it's like what wife said. It's like I just want to be a somebody. Things would have been so different if he beat Ken.
I love that. That's such a high school football player who doesn't ever like get past that peak energy.
Things would have been so different.
Yeah.
Man, things would have been so different if I beat HBox as well. I could relate to wife. Everything would have been different.
Yeah, I don't have any sets like that. It's like things would have been so different if I beat Ralph that one time.
Yeah,
No, it'd be the same.
everything
It'd
would
be
be
very much
so
the same.
different when I beat my local Link player, Tim T. Everything would have been so different.
Yeah, that
I
actually
really
is
do
true.
get that.
Because
I
then you
really do
wouldn't have to
get
live with the stain of knowing that a Link has
that.
defeated you. I'm
Yeah.
just
Um,
kidding. I respect all mains equally.
yeah. So getting right back to the set, we're seeing a different starter stages, surprisingly. I'm not sure how the striking went, but
Yeah, I mean, maybe that makes sense. Like HBox thinks that he can assert himself more in neutral on these smaller stages. Like,
right. I mean, he did kind of like ran over S2J in the first set that they played in Yoshi's, but at the same time, it was like HBox had all the momentum. You know, getting clutched on is never a good feeling, and dude, I love what I'm seeing.
yeah, he's going Wizzy.
Yes. Except, why aren't you doing that on Dreamland?
Oh, I was not ready for that up air to reverse actually.
But
That one's
was
gonna
HBox
seal.
ready for that? I wasn't ready for it. How could HBox be?
Yep. And S2J using back air to really good effect this set, or these this tournament.
Yeah, no, HBox isn't really adapting as fast as he could, because they're playing the graded mix-ups kind of in an instant moment, and it doesn't seem like, it doesn't really seem like Hungrybox is really prepared to just be ready for it, to switch on the fly. Like S2J, for example. The reason why he has historically done so well against S2J is because he's really good at making that on-the-fly adaptation, and Hungrybox is good at that. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But what we're seeing right now, trying to grab those gentlemen after a late aerial,
oh, that's it.
Oh,
this is crazy, man. Yeah, I think he definitely underrated S2J's flexibility, or I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm impressed by S2J's flexibility.
Doesn't immediately shield grab this time. Now I'm a little worried for S2J.
But
not for this
SJ's
game, but for future games.
Right, but he has not been shield grabbing it. Oh, you're saying HBox? Yeah, I see. Yeah. Oh, and that's gonna be it.
Oh.
That's a big punish to eat.
Yeah.
But.
Randall coming out?
Oh, he rolls out of the way. Did he buffer that? That was a good roll.
Yeah, but even if he did hit it, it's that's.
Yeah, he's still dead. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
That was a little reaching HBox. I do appreciate the reaction tech chase rest attempt, but now's not the time.
Yeah, you want to make sure you don't immediately lose afterwards.
Yeah. And HBox is so weird about reaction tech chasing rest, because there's some setups where he's crazy about it, and it's I don't understand how you got that. And then there's very straightforward setups like reaction tech chasing, and it definitely requires a little bit of practice to do. But when it does occur, it's yeah, I'm just not gonna go for it. And it's
yeah,
wow. It's he's so weird about it, because clearly some rests he does are very practiced, very well set up, very well reacted, and then other setups is what?
And the crazy thing is, HBox understands the game super intuitively, not very analytically, and so he can't even tell you why that is. It's just how his brain works, and we will never know what it's like to be in his brain.
Which is surprising to me, because he's a chemical engineer.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's all just
And he did coding boot camps later on. So
yeah, I mean, sometimes you learn how to do that sort of thing intuitively. I don't know.
I guess.
You could also have different strengths at different media, I guess, do that very analytically, but do this very intuitively. And I think it makes sense. Any game that's played real time needs an element of intuition to do anything.
Melee is primarily about execution, not about strategy.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the execution down, you just auto lose.
Oh,
it's only once you have the execution down to a science that it does become about strategy. But that doesn't apply to 99.99% of you. It's all about the execution.
Yeah. Unfortunately for me, my execution is dog.
Yeah, and my execution is also dog. I just did a lesson of Zane where he's yelled at me. It's Man, Ghidorah, you're so slow. You suck. No, I'm kidding. He didn't say that, but he did tell me a lot about speeding up on how I should be moving more, and it's really good feedback. That I also posted my YouTube, little shill. Just search up Ghidorah on YouTube and you'll find me. And before I show more,
dude, we saw that like
S2J.
exact same interaction that last set. That was weird.
Yeah.
Deja vu.
Yeah. Dude, S2J is playing so cool. It's funny that we're seeing the reverse things happen. Like we saw HBox clutch on S2J the first set, and now the last set and this set, since like S2J low-key clutched on HBox multiple times, we're starting to see the momentum. Like we're not only just the momentum being on the S2J side, but HBox just kind of crumbling. And
Got a DC.
Yeah, that's. Whoops.
So what happens to that scenario?
You just restocks. You just restart 4 stocks at 3.
Okay. That is unfortunate.
I'm just typing that in their chat. Probably Icky's gonna relay that to their chat. Just restocks 4 stocks at 3. Like they have the same amount of stock. SJ crashed. I mean, it happens.
Bummer.
Yeah. That's why like. This is like a big reason why like it's hard to like commit to online as like the same level of results as LAN, because this is way less likely to happen in LAN. But it happens.
There's
I just gotta live with it.
There's a couple of TV unplugging incidents.
Yeah, that's why I said way less likely. But
yeah,
come on,
fair,
like you're really gonna pretend that this happens just as often online as it does offline?
No, yeah. That's true. That's a good point. I also think that like the environment is super different. That matters a lot. Like just the environment of playing at one's home versus being at like an event that's like centered around competition.
Apparently S2J crashed. Like his stream just shut off. So
yeah, he was having PC problems like last 2 weeks ago or something.
No.
So
What?
No. All right, he's back. He's back.
Okay, he's back.
His PC's up.
Yeah, hopefully his cat isn't nibbling his cable cords too much. gotta put him down a little. Be like, you cut my cables one more time, I'm fucking putting you down.
No, don't say that. Such a cute little cat. Yeah, he is. He does have internet. So it does look like his computer just crashed because Steam is trying to restart. So.
Right. We're gonna make a gracious exceptions for this excellent grand final set that we have. Momentum is a little restarted, but there's always gonna be interferences all the time in. Not just online, but also in real life. Like, you have the crowd cheering against you at times. And, like, even for you, like, that could still be nerve-wracking.
Oh, yeah, that's worse, honestly. I hate it when people cheer for me.
Like, I go to, like, this local in SoCal called Verdugo's. It is, like, the ultimate test of how well can you handle, like, bad conditions. Because, like, you always have people bumping into you. And apparently, like, I didn't even like go to the worst ones. And like,
I literally cannot handle that.
And like the door is open. It's loud as fuck. There's just so much variance. And just like as a duty as a competitor, like you kind of just like have to be in the zone anyways, despite that, and do all you can to win. Because that sort of things will happen all the time. Like there will never be a perfect condition to play as good as possible. Such as, you just lost all that momentum because your PC decided to crash. It doesn't matter. Like once you get back to it, you
just gotta be in the moment.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So they're gonna restart 4 stocks at 3. I mean, they're both at death percent, so I think it's whatever. More melee for you guys.
Slightly more, 100% more. Or like not. Yeah, you get what I was saying.
All right, and just start off where we left off. and just don't worry too much what happens. It's usually been the ruling that whatever happens, such as like you typically restart at the same percent, like the same stock that they had before
Mhm.
something weird happened, like a desync, for example.
Yeah.
So, I think it's like fair enough. It
I'm
might be
gonna
a
I'm
little bit
gonna
more.
start a match and just like go like take the first stock and I'm at like 200 like 150% and then just press escape to disconnect and then I suddenly get a free full stock advantage. Just
Yeah,
kidding, it's fine. In this case, it was very similar percent, so it doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Like it could be a little bit more sus depending on like the scenario, but like I don't know. It's hard to make rulings like these in the first place because there's just so much variance and like you shouldn't really punish the guy that caused the disconnect because like I don't know, it's just like I don't think Johnny meant to do that. He didn't mean to like have his internet take a shit and
Yeah.
or maybe his cat like nibble the Ethernet cord too much. Is like that. Dude, just be chill.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I it would be ideal, like if you could like set percents back at least or
Right,
something
like
like that.
that would be like ideal Slippy technology, but
Yeah.
dude, like I'd rather want Slip Fizzy to work on ranked.
Yeah, me too. Me
Like who
too.
cares? Like this sort of scenario would only help like 0.01% of the American population, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even play tournaments, so it wouldn't online at least.
Right. So they're gonna restart back to Dreamland, same stock count, and we'll get right back into the action as HBox rolls out.
That's funny.
All right, they're probably gonna start at like 30, is my guess, or maybe they're still talking.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to coordinate too over the internet, so that's annoying.
Hey, they're just starting. I guess no.
Yeah, that was
neutral
not
start.
super neutral. A little grimy, but
Well, take every edge you get, I guess. I mean, it's reminiscent of HBox being, or not HBox, MTK just starting like one at the absolute frame, and he already gets
That's so
evens
funny.
it up.
oh, good Falcon punch.
I actually, for a second, because Dreamland is that good, I thought he would live that Falcon.
I mean,
punch.
I think he probably could have lived that with optimal DI. That was not optimal DI. You want to go to the corner, not as up as possible.
Oh yeah, I think you're supposed to DI up, so then like you could use like the more vertical part of the stage, kind of like that, honestly.
So yeah, the
but-
horizontal part. Like he went 2 up. You need to go more to the corner,
Yeah,
and because you get a lot of horizontal stage there.
yeah. I always forget that actually. That like sometimes you just want DI up, so then you could be more horizontal. Like you could
Yeah.
be more diagonal as opposed to.
Yeah.
Because when you DI up and in, you end up like
Going
go
straight
up
up.
a lot more.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Which is
that
not
does make
optimal
sense.
survival.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of DI science for you, y'all, for you to consider next time. So, but even though, got rested twice, he's still quite down. S2J doing a great job outplaying so much of HBox's positions, but at least HBox is making.
Oh, he tried to rest out
Oh.
and immediately getting punished.
Yeah.
I like the S2J like super quick stomps to punish the rest, so like HBox can't get ready to DI.
Yeah. So it's looking. I don't know. I could kind of feel the demeanor of HBox right now, where like
Through
he's
the-
gonna fight it out, but it's like, man,
Oh.
Well, HBox's demeanor.
You could just feel
He's
through
a-
the like the psychic waves coming through
Yeah, like
the ether.
he's not exactly in his like maybe his most killer instinct moment, but
Oh,
dude, that man
that
is
could have
so
been a kill.
scary.
Oh, that could have
Yeah.
been a kill too.
Ugh.
Alright, SJ claiming stage again, which was
Yeah.
he had a terrifying lack of stage.
Oh man, that was SJ's need to win, but gonna
Playing
take
it
a
out.
little minute longer.
Wants to keep us on the edge of our seats, and HBox almost dying from that up air, but surviving.
Yeah, now he really needs to DI in for his life.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh my
man.
gosh. He's just throwing out haymaker after haymaker, dude. He's not getting punished.
Yeah. Oh my.
That's
Oh,
it.
that's it. That's it. Wow. S2J up 2-0.
Up 2-0. Yeah.
And I don't want to say it. You know why I'm not saying it.
Just one more Dreamland game. S2J played that really well. Definitely was using his space to his advantage there. So definitely a large improvement over that winner side set. That winner's
Yeah, just simply outplayed him. Oh yeah, you can see HBox's demeanor right now. It's like
yeah, he looks super
that like
tilted.
dejected look, that you know.
Yep. I mean, there's nothing like what are you gonna do about it, right?
Mhm. Yeah, again, like part of like a really good skill to have as a competitor is that when things go wrong, kind of just have to shake it off.
Yeah, exactly. Like all you can do is play your best from that position.
Right. And I guess it kind of just like feeds back to like how much do you truly care about winning at this moment? And like it really does reveal a lot on like what you feel, you know? Like because if this was Evo or like Genesis or Summit where this kind of scenario is popping up where like an error has occurred, you cannot afford to think that way, and because like people value it a ton, they are more inclined to think that like, all right, I'm gonna write it out versus like, this is just like a local,
Yeah, for sure.
there's no prize pool, and aside from generous subs and content, but
That is crazy. That's actually insane that this is the bracket for Note. Oh, he missed.
oh, that's unfortunate. But just DI in for a down throw me.
That's so funny, dude. Oh my god.
I've done that a fair amount where I miss a tipper or like I don't feel like I get a tipper and I just run up, grab, pivot, S smash him. And it's like, all right, thanks for holding in, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. That is crazy that this bracket is this stacked for zero prize pool.
For
Also,
the love of the game, man.
That was your denial DI right there.
I'm glad the term is spreading more because I've actually said that all the time. Like my first year of playing, it's like, oh yeah, I used to do the DI deny all the time, and I'm glad I could finally bring it up again 4 years later.
Yeah.
And it was one of the first things I learned to get past is when I knew I like kind of broke like the first level of the Marthos and not do the DI.
Oh yeah, it's over. It's so over.
It is. I kind of want to see a more competitive set, honestly. But,
yeah. Me too. Especially with the weird interruption, it's just kind of like a downer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what kind of edge guard was that? Kind